Lopez.
I hope you're happy. I hope you guys are happy over there at Feld Entertainment. You guys got me drinking early today. Welcome aboard, guys. Revenge of the Sis joining you, of course, on this lovely Thursday afternoon. I'm happy. Are you happy, Royce?
Yeah, I'm fucking ecstatic.
Yeah. So welcome aboard, guys. We are on day 2 of timeout, as they say.
Timeout.
Time's up. That's what I say. Stop assaulting. Stop raping women, Royce.
So, as you can see, by the way, we are, for those listening on other places, if you prefer the YouTube stream, I'm going to post a link here, our backup channel, ROTC Media.
Yeah, could you guys please go sub and get us to 1,000 over there so that
Yeah.
next time this fucking happens, we can at least get super chats?
Right, yeah, which would be great.
Because, yeah, we're very low. We haven't had to use this in a long time.
Now, the last time we used this was episode 130-something.
No, should we just be completely transparent about
Yes.
the process up to this point?
At this
All right.
point, yeah, we have nothing. What else are they going to do?
I'm just gonna. We're gonna take them through this step by step.
Let's do it.
So, do you want to start since you were the one that discovered
I'll
this?
start. I woke up in the morning, yesterday morning, and everything was fine. I did my show, no problem. 3:15. At 3:15, actually at 3:05, exactly. Pitbull represent. I found that we got hit with a. Well, let me back up a little bit. At like 2:30, we got hit with a copyright claim from Feld Entertainment, which means they were going to run ads for the motocross thing. And I was like, who gives a shit? Let them run ads, right? Like, who cares? And by the way, the motocross thing is a 2-minute video that has Owen Benjamin's little voice over the motorcycle things.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. And we were talking over and laughing over the entire thing. So transformative content, as is the correct term. Fair use, which is 100% falls under fair use.
Also, it was a 30-second snippet with altered audio that we played
Correct.
and talked over. That was part of a 2-hour broadcast.
By the way, that video was from 1989. Just so you guys know when that video was made. So it was made in 1989. At Feld ENT on Twitter. At Feld ENT on Twitter. They decided that they were going to forget the claim. We're going to hit you with a copyright strike. So we got hit with a copyright strike.
Which is a dick move.
Dick move. For something, by the way, that is 100% covered under fair use. 100% covered under fair use.
And if it's not covered by fair use, it's covered by parody. So pick one.
Yeah, whichever one you want to pick. It's covered by both.
So you can pick which one you want to one you want to do. We're going to go with both during our appeal.
So we called them yesterday on the phone first. Mike called. He left them a voicemail. Then you started emailing back and forth with them.
By the way, can we please emphasize how goddamn nice I was?
Oh, yeah. Look, I was livid. And to the point we had the conversation where Mike goes, let me call. I'm going to be nicer than you. You're going to scream at them. And I said, you know what? You're right. I probably will.
Smoke a bowl, go out, have a cigarette,
Call him.
Hey,
So he called them.
listen, I'm sure it's a misunderstanding. That kind of tone.
Right.
You know?
So
Couldn't get him on the phone.
couldn't get him on the phone. Mike left a voicemail.
A very nice one.
Very nice one. And after we did that, he got an email saying, hey, can you send me the URLs to the videos? This happened live during the show. Mike says, I can't send you the URLs because the videos are down.
Well, I said I could send you the URLs.
But that's right,
I'm
correct,
Not take
sorry.
you nowhere.
Correct.
But I can send you screenshots of everything YouTube sent us.
And then his reply was to you.
That we could, that they would be willing to rescind the copyright strike, and then we could delete our episodes and then re-upload them with the 20 or so second parody snippet thing taken out of the episode. To which I still at that point, firmly at this point, but very nicely told him that wouldn't work for us. I'm pulling up the email now.
No, that's fine.
I basically told him, that it won't work for us, that they are covered under fair use and parody, and it's, whatever. And then I said, look, I could submit a counterclaim. I'd rather not go that route. YouTube does encourage people as a courtesy to contact the people first, so I'm contacting you.
Now, and the reason you don't want to do, by the way, people at Feld who are boomers, the reason you don't want to do a counterclaim is if YouTube finds that what you did was egregious, they will then strike you for falsely flagging somebody, which you did, by the way. Stand firmly on that. We've been on the internet long enough, and we've seen way bigger companies than you have to capitulate and go,
we really should have let this 10-second snippet go.
Crowder was streaming the Oscars in a small screen, and ABC dropped it. ABC dropped the claim. They did not a claim. They dropped the strike. They have a claim
it's
now.
Still blocked worldwide.
Right.
But,
whatever.
But I guarantee you, if he were to cut out the parts where he was showing it unaltered, I'm sure he fucking showed a lot of where they were just showing it. If he cut all that out, they might, whatever. But yeah, at the end of the day, what Steven Crowder didn't do was show, let's say, a video from the 1989 Oscars with, let's say, goofy Alex Jones voices over the characters, right? Let's say that. Let's say, just an example. If they'd hit him with a strike for that, it would have been egregious. You would have went, wait, that's a transformative work. That's hilarious that you had this 1989, you had Jack Nicholson go up to the podium at the Oscars, and then you put Alex Jones's voice over it, let's say. Somebody do that, by the way. And then they would go like, oh, well, the Oscars sued you, took down your channel, and you'd go, for that video? Like, again, like Roy said, if you want to monetize it, because they used a little whatever, it's still a little greedy.
You shouldn't have done anything. You know what would be terrible? It would be terrible if I'm not going to go all the way and say, at Green Eggs and Sam. That's his Twitter name, at Green Eggs and Sam. I'm not going to say that.
I didn't say anything.
What?
All right, we're going.
I said I'm not.
We're not.
We're not saying
doing.
that.
We don't encourage our fans.
We don't encourage.
Especially now with all these other people, these bigger YouTubers that are now aware of these egregious violations of the public trust. I think that these things are already going to happen. I think you're already going to see people doing that. So you don't do that.
So, by the way, for the people saying the bear, look, listen. Here's what I said today earlier. Maybe it was one of the bears or one of the idiots that snitched on us to the motor. Maybe it was, but you understand something. I'm not mad at them. Because they did that, that's fine. They snitched on us. I'm mad at somebody said it today. I'm not mad at the person who loaded the gun. I'm mad at the person that pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Feld Entertainment is the one that's responsible. But see, when you hit us, you thought this was going to be an easy, oh, well, fuck them. The problem is now we're seeing what you're doing to other people, which we're going to get into in a moment. So anyway, before the show, I call Green Eggs and Sam Gomez. I call him, and Mike saw for would you say for about an hour and a half, maybe an hour. I was trying to call their company. I would call their company. By the way, their worldwide headquarters. I would call their company on their contact us page. I was calling 941-721-1200. Right, that's their switchboard. That's when you call their 800 number, that's what it goes to. In Palmetto, Florida, I called them, and instead, every time I would call, the operator wasn't answering. It was going, sorry, we're open 9 to 5. If you've reached us during business hours, it's because we're busy. And then I would hit 0, and I would get an operator. It was operator. So I think what was happening, some of our fans, were calling them, and they got annoyed. So instead of dealing with reality, they put their phones off. So then what I did was, I realized that these corporate numbers, the way the extensions work is, like, if they have 1,000 employees, for example, they buy 1,000 phone numbers. So it's like if it's 1,200, like somebody has extension 1201, 1202, 1203, 1204. So what I did was I just started calling other extensions. And I got a very nice guy who I won't say his name because he was very kind. I got his desk and I was like, hey, I'm trying to reach Sam Gomez, vice president, blah, blah. We were emailing back and forth. I just want to make sure that, we understand what's going on. And he says, oh, yeah. He goes, nobody answered at the switchboard? I'm like, no, he goes, that's really weird. Hold on a second. They're just down the hall from me. Put me on hold. I waited. And I listened to monster truck commercials while I waited. Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be Truckzilla versus, what was the other one? Killdozer. No, not Killdozer. What was the other one?
Tombstone. It's another one.
Gravedigger.
That's the one. Gravedigger, yeah.
Truckosaurus versus Gravedigger. And they're always eating 20-year-old junk cars. And you're like, that's not as cool. Like, you know what I mean? Get a couple Beamers out there that are 2017. I want to see Truckzilla eat them shits.
So
only the finest for Truckzilla.
So I got transferred finally to the switchboard operator who sounded, this is just me just thinking, but she sounded very dejected, like people had been calling. People had been calling 941-721-1200. People were calling that number.
Well, you know, it's
on their website.
It's the number for Feld Entertainment.
It
I
is.
think people that have inquiries about anything they might have going on would want to call that number, right? And be polite and just kind of be like, hey, you know, I was kind of inquiring why this happened. Sure, it's a misunderstanding.
I'm sure it's a misunderstanding.
I'm still convinced S. Gomez, that is too obvious. Sam G, that you're a good dude. And I think that you guys, despite having
13%. Oh, wrong thing.
No, that's the other. Despite using money that actually the state gives you, despite me seeing news articles where you're actually subsidized by Florida taxpayer money, you still have money to do things like, I don't know, sue Kid Rock for no reason, sue random content creators. It sounds like you're one of those gluttonous companies that just likes to sue everyone.
Just sue everyone.
Sue everybody. That's my intellectual property. So I'm just wondering why. Like, why would Florida state taxpayers subsidize a company that just goes around and sues people? You know, Kid Rock lives in Jupiter, Florida.
Yes, I did. I did know that.
So you're using, we as taxpayers in Florida are getting our money used to sue. We're giving it to a company. The company's a private company. They're using that money, supposedly, from what it appears to be, to sue people like Kid Rock and to take copyright strikes out on a very, very small Florida business here. It's not a good look, right?
So
not a good look.
No, it's not. So then I get the number. I call. I get the switchboard operator, and then she transfers me over to, hi, you've reached Sam Gomez of Radio. And I left another voicemail again. I would say I was stern but fair.
Stern but fair.
Yes. I said...
You weren't like me shouting at Owen Benjamin drunk one night?
Or me yelling at Bick Bickerson last night? No, nothing like that.
That was fun.
It was a lot of fun. I call, and I get a hold... I leave a voicemail. I say, hey, you know, this is Royce. I think you've been going back and forth with my business partner, Mike. And I just wanted to say we're about to go live. I said, look, if you want to maybe talk about doing a copyright claim, and I said, and I even said it by which by the way, I don't really agree with because we have fair use. But if you wanted to talk about doing a copyright claim, let's talk about that. Where you could run ads on these videos. And I said, we'll never play your stuff again. Don't worry about it. But I'm gonna go live. This is at 3:30 when I finally got a hold of them. I'm gonna go live in 30 minutes. If you would like to call me, this is my number. Call me, and let's talk about this because after the show, we're going to be doing a counterclaim, and we're also going to be talking about other situations. I've said this: other situations where you guys may have wrongly copyright struck people. Give me a call back. Well, 30 minutes came and went. By the way, he was at his desk because the guy kind of slipped that I talked to. Oh yeah, Sam, I know Sam. He's here. And I was like, oh, so he was screening the calls. Because when I call, who is this? And I said, it's Royce from RTC Media, whatever. So I didn't get, I left the voicemail. Green Eggs and Sam decided that that we're not worthy, as he says, back and forth, we're not worthy of his time or his response. Now, I know a lot of you people are thinking, and it's a lot easier to go, oh, just edit. Well, we can't edit it. And Mike brought this up before the show. We were talking and discussing this. It's like if you do that though, if you edit the show, then you're setting a precedent that every company can tell you, hey, edit this out of your episodes, edit that out of your episodes. When in all fairness, what we did was so fair use, it's unbelievable. Now, so that's not a viable option at this point. I was even fine with, hey, copyright claim, you want to make some money, fine. But now, why? No, why should you? You don't want to work with anybody. You want to go and you want to hit smaller people. You want to hit smaller people. And you want to know why you want to hit smaller people, Feld Entertainment? Because they need to make money. Mike, do you want to know why Feld Entertainment needs to make money? You know, a year and a half ago?
I don't know, because fucking Sesame Street Live stinks.
Their biggest moneymaker was Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. They would be the people that would
set it up
and do that. Ringling Brothers went out of business a year and a half ago. Now, if you start tracing back all these copyright claims,
Oh boy.
you start realizing that they are hurting for money.
Well, that's
sure, they have 3,000 employees, and you probably needed it when you were setting things up. But I'm telling you, your motocross and Truckzilla doesn't make as much money as Ringling Brothers.
Wait a minute, that makes absolute sense.
Yes.
Because they sued Kid Rock because a couple years ago, after, it was last year actually.
Then it was after.
After Barnum and Bailey went out of business, Kid Rock was going to go on a tour called The Greatest Show on Earth.
Which is Ringling Brothers' name.
Yeah, that was back in the day. That would have got you skull fucked by lawyers.
Right.
But they went out of business. Feld Entertainment tried to sue them and say, no, we own The Greatest Show on Earth. Because they had, why? Because you had the Barnum and Bailey contract in Florida? Are you next of kin? How does that work? I don't think so, buddy.
Well, Ringling Brothers, it was headquartered in Florida. Their headquarters was in Florida. I know that because when you go to the Tampa Amphitheater, you know, the one by the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
You see all the old Ringling Brothers trucks and trains that are
They
just
might have owned a stake in it or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's still its own separate entity, and it's just a bad look. You can tell, like, now that you look them up, I just see litigation. It's all these people do.
And
Which, of course, isn't, in a sense, you kind of look at that and go, oh, no. But at the same time, what do we do? Do we just tell them, like, okay, let's do what you want?
No, that's good. That's a good point. What is it you do? What are we left with doing? Do you let these companies keep on exploiting YouTube's copyright system? Now, here's the issue that people are saying that I've had people tell me. The problem is that this company, Feld Entertainment, runs commercials on YouTube for their motocross, for their monster truck things. They run commercials on YouTube. So YouTube tends to, especially when it's a smaller channel, YouTube tends to err on the side of
People giving them money.
Again, this is another example of bad business practices and a completely fucked up and terrible copyright system. Now, moving on from that, let's get into the other stuff we found about this company, feldentertainment.com. Located at 800 Feld Way, Palmetto, Florida, 34221. That's our corporate address. Phone number is 941-721-1200. Information at feldinc.com. Feld Entertainment has hit other people with copyright strikes.
They certainly have, Royce.
They have hit other people. So if you
certainly have.
If you do a little search of Feld Entertainment and copyright, you have to scroll down a little bit because go to latest and you scroll down a little bit. You start realizing that this is something they've been doing for a long time. They have been here. Let me scroll past the people. It's a lot of people tweeting them for us. Thank you guys, by the way. Everyone's been just bombarding them. They have been hitting people. For example, here's one from July 30th, 2018. Okay, just because I give all Monster Jam fans what they wanted by uploading full freestyles from the Toronto 2018 show, too, which was never posted anywhere else. Okay? This guy went to the Monster Jam.
And he filmed
it with his phone.
Oh, boy, you guys are going to get in trouble.
Adam B.
Oh,
Let me give this guy a plug. He deserves it. AB Gamer X, by the way. Small channel, obviously.
Oh, no.
Small channel. He went to a Monster Jam. He filmed it on his phone, and he was uploading
it. Bitch!
Right?
How dare he?
And he was uploading it. Feld Entertainment.
What did they do, Royce?
Well, what they decided to do was, Mike, I'm so glad you asked. They decided to hit him with a copyright strike.
But Royce.
Mm-hmm.
But Royce. Surely Feld Entertainment doesn't own this young man's cell phone videos.
Well, of course they don't own his cell phone videos, Mike. That would be absurd.
But then if I'm going to formulate an opinion based on the information you're telling me, then I would have to make an assumption that Feld Entertainment is making fraudulent, bad faith copyright claims against YouTubers. Is that? Am I to believe this?
Well, Mike, that's an astute observation on your part.
I'm not making assumptions. I'm only going on this mere information you've given
And
me.
the YouTube terms of services, of course, which seem not to coincide. So Adam B continued, unless they ever plan on uploading every single run from every event, either on TV or YouTube, then I just want the strike retracted immediately. They have highlight videos on the Monster Jam YouTube channel, but they barely ever show 2 seconds of each clip. So this guy went there and he filmed it. So Monster Jam and at Feld Entertainment, stop taking down everyone's videos on YouTube because this is killing both your fan base, which will include me, and your reputation. One last thing. You guys encourage us fans to share our experiences on social media, yet we can't upload our experiences to YouTube. That's correct. They do say share your experiences. So this guy went to a monster truck rally, right? Think about this. This is like if you went to a NASCAR thing, right? And you filmed on your camera and posted it on Facebook Live, for example, and they go, NASCAR, wait, what? I was there and I filmed it with my... Or if you're at a game and you film your kid catching a fly ball that went in foul, that's like the MLB, and they would never... Can you imagine the MLB doing that? Can you imagine the MLB hitting people with copyright strikes for filming that? So I think what would happen here, Feld Entertainment, is that you should have just let it go. You should have, as they would have said as Humongous would have said in the Mad Max movie, you should have just walked away. But you didn't walk away. You decided now you're hitting fans of your product with copyright strikes for going to a live event and uploading the runs on YouTube that you're not uploading. So you're not competing with them. You're not doing. You're making money that way. You're stopping them. By the way, you haven't uploaded anything in 6 fucking years, Feld Entertainment.
Can I wanted to apologize. Thank you, though, Royce, for sharing that thread with me. I just wanted to make sure that I had retweeted it. Sorry, I was quiet for a second.
Okay.
But, sometimes you have to write, hey, at Andy Worski, at Keemstar, at T-Clips, at Wild Smile, at Ralph Retort. We have yet another victim of at Feld Entertainment who's hit someone for uploading cell phone camera footage from his own phone. See, guys, what's happening is, much like with the Owen thing, this is a hot topic right now.
Very hot, Feld Entertainment.
Very hot right now, that copyright strike stuff. And Royce, even before this show, justifiably so, was like, everybody's burnt out on this copyright shit. Nobody's going to care that we got hit by this motocross company. But then we start... See, here's the thing, Feld Entertainment. We're just 2 bored guys that like to get back at people who do bad stuff to us. And, a simple search of your name sees that, you're not very, reputable. There's a lot of questionable tactics and things being said about you and allegations, but nobody cares. Nobody ever cared until now. See, we're experts at working overtime, spitefully sometimes even so, just to make people care about stuff. You know what I mean? We're like, look what we did to Schneider. You think we're scared of a fucking monster truck jam company? Look, we're going to make people care about this. A lot of people are going to start now talking about you and what you've done. Hey, Royce, could I share a harrowing tale?
It would be amazing if you were to share a harrowing
because
tale.
I don't want
with
people
me.
to think you're just on here.
No.
I don't want people to think that Royce Lopez is selectively seeking out negativity, Because I looked up, we were all looking up stuff. Everybody's seeing different people who may have had some experiences with Feld Entertainment. This one here, Moto Go-Go. On
Here
Twitter.
it is. What a lucky,
look at that.
What a
There you
lucky
go.
coinky dinky.
This is from January 13th. So, at Feld Entertainment just suspended my YouTube account after claiming a copyright strike against me after streaming MX Simulator. This is not fair, and I'm now not able to stream on my account until this is taken care of at YouTube. Blah, blah, blah. We found this guy. What do you have, like 1 or 2 retweets?
Yes.
Because nobody knows. Well, now he's got a lot because we're talking about this. This is another egregious violation of copyright law that YouTube is allowing to happen because Feld Entertainment may or may not be a bigger fish. So I, of course, wrote to him, same company's coming after of us for a fan-made parody clip. And then he said, I said, did anything ever happen? He just wrote back, sadly, never once heard back from anyone at Feld about this. I think they're just going to let this slide. No, they don't let it slide, sir. You don't let it slide. I don't have the money for legal action. My ban ends in April, yet the strike will stay. I just wish I knew what I did wrong to begin with. You see how they scare these kids? I'm assuming this guy's a young guy. He's a kid.
Yes.
If he's under 20, he's a fucking kid. This guy's probably a kid. And he's like, I don't have a legal act. That's what YouTube does. They scare the little guy. The big companies go around and go, fuck you, strike. But then when you're like, 200 subs and you're some kid who streams fucking Fallout games and you log in and it says, remember, you're initiating a legal action. And it makes me, whoa, scares people.
Well, let me tell you something, Moto Go. Do it because I would do it right now because they're not going to win. Do it if you're listening to this. Do it right now. Let me tell you something. Anybody who's ever been hit with a false copyright strike, unless you're 100% mirroring something they've shown on TV, which you can't do. If you were doing any sort of fair use stuff, don't take their shit. MX Simulator, Mike, for those that don't know,
video game.
Is a video game
about motocross.
A video game about motocross. That's what MX Simulator is.
So it's not any footage.
No.
That is owned.
No.
By Feld. These cunts think that they own all motocross footage that ever existed. They're the only ones allowed to show you motocross. And if you so much as even think about motocross on this platform, you are going to get skull fucked by the Feld Entertainment team. Guess what, boys? We don't play that shit. Like, we've done this before. We'll do it again. We'll burn the whole fucking town down. Nobody gets anything. We'll burn the crops. We'll all starve to death. But this shit is egregious. So obviously now, once this came out, this is now gone. This is now, Feld Entertainment, folks. I'm sure you have a corporate structure over there. I'm sure you're familiar with escalation. We have to escalate it to another department or a supervisor. Mm-hmm. Well, we had to escalate this to our internet supervisors. And now they're going to have to deal with this. You know what I mean? So now when they go, well, hang on, fellas, let's talk about. Well, no, it's not us anymore. Now you got to deal with all the other night streamers, all these other fucking copyright strike fucking crusaders right now. This is a problem for you. It's not a problem for us. Yeah, it's gonna be lean for a couple weeks, by the way. Streamlabs.com/Revenge of the Sis and Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry if you'd like to support the show in other ways. But yeah, we're gonna take a hit from this, but I promise you, you don't change your name by the end of this. You're gonna have to.
So what they did to us, like we said, was bad enough. But they are hitting people. By the way, from what I'm seeing, Mike, Feld Entertainment does not own MX Simulator.
No, of course. They're not a video game company.
They don't.
They just do events with motocross. That's what I'm saying. They don't want. They want when you search for motocross, they want their videos to come up. That's all this is. They want all motocross footage wiped off the internet because we get that money. That's all motocross. We own the topic of motocross. Could you imagine if Ninja started going around and striking everyone that plays Fortnite? No, I play Fortnite.
That's exactly
Fortnite.
That is
and you're
exactly
like, no,
what it would be.
No, I play Fortnite. You go,
what?
no, that's not how this works, Ninja. I'm not gonna have all these other faggots out there playing Fortnite and taking my money away. Only I play it. Could you imagine how hated he would be the next day? Yeah, 50 channels just got struck by Ninja. And all he wrote in the email was, I play it. I play Fortnite. That's what they're doing.
Unbelievable. So, now this is when we talk about how fucked up the YouTube copyright system is. How they could take away the livelihood of people for 90 days because they feel like it. And by the way, us, like Mike says, it's going to suck a little bit, but we're going to be all right. But you know who's not going to be all right? These smaller channels. You know what I mean? That are trying to grow. I remember when we were a small channel and we were hit with this stuff and nobody helped us. It's like these smaller channels deserve to be helped. On top of that, you should remove our copyright strikes, no questions asked, because as you know, that's what fair use is. You're going around and they're trying to swing their dick. That's what bothers me the most, is that they're trying to swing their dick at us. They're trying to go, well, I guess we've reached an impasse. No, you don't get to dictate what is fair use on the internet. You don't. So, for people that are asking.
Oh, wow, look at this.
What's that? What's up, Mike?
I just got an article sent to me from 2014.
Okay.
The jaw-droppingly sketchy past of America's newest billionaire. And it's all about the owner of Feld Entertainment.
Really? Now, what does he do?
Kenneth Feld.
Kenneth Feld and his wife. And by the way, let's not forget Nicole Feld,
he's worth 1.8 billion. He was
Wow.
in 2014. So he obviously needs our fucking couple cents, and
He does.
he obviously needs to get these fucking kids off the internet
That's
because
right.
they're threatening his money. I'm just looking into it, but yeah, I guess he's just a very, according to this article, very money hungry, kind of ruthless family. That
Really?
they all fight each other, and so yeah, this is
So
just a very litigious group.
They have Green Eggs and Sam. They have Green Eggs and Sam,
Whose job is just to go around and anytime he hears ying, 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 he just hits it.
hit somebody
That's ours
with
We
a
own
copyright. So that's ours now. That belongs to us now. For those people asking, I'm going to be posting the contact.
And again, we need to stress this, and I'm going to these motocross guy, the two smaller content creators that we covered today. I'm going to, if you don't hear my words now, I'm going to be contacting them directly, and the three of us are going to organize our counterclaims because this is egregious. I think it's only fair that, you know what I mean? That way, at least if all three of us go, YouTube can't pretend now like, well, we didn't know that we were abusing our system. No, we had three people in a very public and transparent process. We're going to tell these two content creators exactly what to say because we know this game. We've done this before. We're going to walk these two kids through it.
Yep.
And we are going to make an ironclad case. And if Feld Entertainment wants to continue this, if YouTube wants to continue to incubate this sort of behavior, they're going to have to make a decision what they want to do. And they're going to have to take a public position on this.
It is, yeah.
So I'm just saying, man, buckle up, boys, because I get it. You're a fucking billionaire. It's awesome. Whatever. I don't care. I don't know if you know this about me, but I don't need much. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we don't make much. We don't need much. You're the one that needs that lifestyle. And you're the one that probably wants less headaches, not more. So if you're going to go after us like this, we're going to get our money's worth in terms of just being complete pains in the asses. Within reason, within the letter of the law, you know, a couple Google searches, pulling up articles and stuff. It doesn't take much, okay? Okay? I'm turning to San Tripoli. Yeah. You want to take down people's channels, all right? You fucked with the wrong guy, okay? But yeah, we're going to end up making this worthwhile for us. We're gonna milk this for content, at the very least. Because you know what? You can go copyright, can't play clips, can't do this. We'll talk about you every day, every single day, until you don't ever want to hear our voices again. Until I want you to hear my voice when you go to sleep at night and go, I don't even know what they're saying on the internet right now.
By the way,
I'll do that to you.
Frozen Asian or our mods in our Discord, Moto Gogo is joining our Discord right now. I'm speaking to him right now. Make sure he gets the correct color name. We could pull him in on air. Why not? We could talk to Moto Gogo.
Talk to him right now.
Yeah. So
somebody find this Adam B guy if he's around.
Okay, he said this guy says he's in general. Let me see here. I'm gonna tell him where to go.
Yeah, 'cause
okay,
we're gonna
Moto
cut
Go
this,
Go.
we're gonna cut this up and put it on the main channel tonight, and this shit's gonna go fucking all over. We're gonna make sure we highlight what these people are doing to these folks.
Okay, Moto Go Go. I'm gonna move you in here to on air here real quick. All right, bud. Let's see if we could get you on. All right, I got him in. I got him in there. Whenever he wants, he could unmute himself. So I just pulled him into the thing. Let me tell him. I pulled you to on air. Just unmute. So yeah, I have him. I pulled him into on air. Make sure we.
Sorry, I'm reaching out to this other guy.
okay.
I'm trying to see if we can get him on.
Right. So. There we go. Boom. Now you're a show guest. All right. Hey, you there, Moto Go Go? Can hold on? Let me get him. Hey, Moto Go Go, you there? Can you hear me? Hey, you there, bud? There you are.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, man. How you doing? I appreciate you. I know it was last minute. We're live.
Not a problem at all.
Yeah, we're live.
Great, thank you.
No problem. We're live right now on air. We're on Revenge of the Sis. We're our backup channel because we got hit with a strike just like you did by Feld Entertainment.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
so what is it that happened? What were you doing that they hit you with a strike?
So I participate in a video game that's called MX Simulator, and it's literally a motocross sim that a lot of people get together. We have championships and everything. We also replicate real life races as custom mods and everything in the game. So we have physical teams, money to be won. I mean, it's like iRacing for dirt bikes, pretty much. So we were racing on, which we're actually doing a replica series of the real life Supercross, which Feld does own Supercross for Monster Energy. And what we do is every round, every week on Wednesday night or Sunday night, we have a replica of that race they'll race in real life that later weekend. So we just have like our own custom, completely nothing to do with the real game, nothing to do with Feld and the company whatsoever. And I was streaming qualifying for the race that weekend. Stream got taken down, and then I got hit by a copyright strike from Feld as a manual takedown and a full strike on my channel.
So I think I got you correctly here, but so what I'm hearing is it's basically I know what this is like, 'cause it's like that wrestling game No Mercy, where you could download the mods for it, and you could download the current Raw and current
Exactly,
matches.
yeah.
And so MX Simulator, then they're not owned by Feld Entertainment, are they?
Actually, believe it or not, no. They have nothing to do with it, and also it's a one-person team, and the developer gave me specific or in special signed content legality for it to do main content for their game as well. So I have the backing of the developer.
Yeah, this is absolutely insane and egregious.
Okay, so what you were doing is you were basically downloading mods. Downloading mods into the game, and you were replicating the races that they would have on locally or on TV or whatever, right?
Yeah, only the track. Like everything else, nobody runs real life rider names. We have mods that look like company sponsors, but none of those sponsors have to do with the game, so they're completely mod only. It was just me literally running laps, talking to chat, listening to music, and just getting ready for the race that weekend.
This is unbelievable.
Wow.
This might be one of the worst cases I think we've ever seen. As
Yeah.
far as, like, most of the time when you see these companies do this, they, generally speaking, have at least some claim to the original content that may have been getting commentated on or something. But this is the first time I've ever heard of a
here's the part I
motocross
could go
production
even further
company.
with it, which is kind of fun, is Milestone backs me as well. Nothing against them, fantastic company. They make the Monster Energy Supercross, the game that just recently come out. I am backed by Milestone, which is also backed by Feld to stream and make content for their company, while I'm still banned by Feld.
Wait. So okay, so let's get this all done. You already had explicit rights from the developer of this game.
Mm-hmm.
You already had the explicit right to use your stuff. You went up there.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Make all content. Yep.
And the only thing that you did, that you guys did, was copy a track, do a mod basically to the game, which everybody does mods. You did a mod to the game, and then they hit you with a copyright strike. Now, did you try to fight it, or did you just let it go?
I originally did not, because I've gotten claims before. Claims, they just take your monetization.
Yeah, they monetize them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This is the first time I ever got hit with a strike, and not only just as, sometimes a bot strike will happen, it was a manual strike, and I got an email from the guy at Feld of who did the strike. So when I talked to YouTube about it, I was like, hey, how should I go about this? They say that when a strike like this happens, they literally wash their hands. They have nothing to do with me, and it's up to me to take legal action against them to either A, have them remove my strike and get my video back, or B, take them to court for the monetization or the coverage. The crazy thing is the video wasn't even monetized, so it was just a takedown because they didn't like what I was posting.
Yeah, sorry, but that's not.
That's not how it works.
Have you submitted an appeal at any point?
I've asked lawyers if I should, and they said the only reason being that I shouldn't is that if somehow I do lose against that, I'm then taken to court.
You wouldn't lose though. I mean, I can't imagine.
That's
I really can't see them being able to file a lawsuit
And by the way,
against you for playing a video game that isn't their video game.
And take you to court for what? It's not monetized, so you weren't even making money off of them.
No, all I want is my strike back, because as of right now, I can't stream on YouTube until April 27th. So I've been taken down since, I think it was right around when my dad passed away. So I think November-ish, I think, is when this happened. I have to go back and see exactly what happened. But I still have all proof of all emails I've sent the company. I've snail mailed them. I've sent certified mail to them asking just what I did wrong so I don't do it again.
Then this is abuse.
And I've heard
system.
not a single word from them.
I mean, it sucks to say, but I mean, people have to file the counterclaims. There's no way to ever. These people are just going to keep doing this. I mean, the bottom line is, at least, historically speaking, in this situation, we got this other Adam guy, and we have our account. That's 3 counterclaims that you can file at the same time. It's not gonna look good for them.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and also a lot of people have thought that the only reason that I might have gotten this claim is apparently technically, and they even talked about this on Pulp MX, which is one of the largest podcasts. I was surprised they even brought it up on there and even talked about how ruthless Feld is against people. But this whole thing coming back through is that the only thing that they're thinking is that I used the actual word Supercross in my title, which Feld owns Monster Energy Supercross, but it had nothing to do with IRL racing or their actual sanctioned event.
Yeah, but
in any way whatsoever.
But that's like using King Kong as a title of one of your videos, and then Warner Brothers suing you. They don't own the word super. That's like making a video about rollerblades, and rollerblades goes, well, we own the trademark rollerblades. You have to change it to inline skating. This is abusive behavior, and I think that the reason they think they could get away with it is because smaller channels, and of course they're afraid, and anyone would be, to go up against a company that's gonna fight you. But I think it shows a bigger issue with the YouTube copyright system. So now you were saying something about that they've been known. Is there any? What do you mean they've been known for doing stuff? Is there any other stuff you know about that they've done?
Actually, his was a little bit of a different case. I know a couple of, we just all make the same type of content. We're all, motocross gaming people, whatever.
Right.
But I have 2 other friends that were also taken down by Feld. One was because he streamed at the race, though. Like, he just walked around.
Yeah, that's the guy we're trying to get in touch with. That's the guy, Adam B. Is that Adam?
No, that's a different name.
There's another one?
All right, we need to get in touch with these people,
I know 2 to 3 people that have been taken down by Feld now. I'm the only one that's been striked, though, besides when he went to the IRL race, he got striked. But there's some legality with that, whatever. But I'm the only one out of the group of us that have actually been fully taken down. All of them have been claimed multiple times.
Well, this is what happened. Our video, we do a 2-hour show that has nothing to do with motocross. But somebody found.
Does it have anything to do with Disney on Ice or Monster Jam?
Nothing.
I know they own all 3.
No, but check this out. But our show has nothing to do with motocross. However, somebody found one of our fans found a video from 1989 of a Supercross thing, and they took a minute clip, and then they put they took the engine noises out, and they did this guy that we make fun of, Owen Benjamin. They did his voice over the engines, and then we played it, and our fans sent it to us, and we talked over it. And of course, that's what fair use is. It's transformative content. You should be allowed to play a 1-minute clip if we weren't streaming their whole race, we weren't mirroring a video. We played a 2-minute clip that had a different sound, and we were talking over it. So initially, when I woke up, they hit me with a copyright claim, which I was like, whatever, fine, take the money, I don't care. But then 15 minutes later, we got hit with a copyright strike, and 2 of our videos were taken down, which means, as you know, we can't stream now for 90 days.
Yep.
And now I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that this Feld company lost a lot of money when Ringling Brothers went out of business.
Well, I'll say this too. I just want to make sure that while we have you on the air too, if you could, I'd really appreciate if you could get us in touch with anybody you know that we don't that has been affected by this, because I'm all in with this. I know it's probably going to get ugly, Feld, but
right.
I'm all in with this now, dog. This is my new thing. I know we keep promising we're going to go after Crowder another time. This time it's Feld Entertainment. I'm not fucking letting up on this.
Now, did you? I'm sorry, you might have said this. I might have. Did you send a message to because when they do a copyright claim, they give you the email of the person. Did you email them directly?
Yes, I've sent the guy personally 4 emails himself, 2 at least to Feld Entertainment in general, of like just their contact, and then multiple other people that have been giving me their names through like LinkedIn and stuff, and not a single person has gotten back to me.
So the guy who claimed that, I'm assuming it was Sam Gomez, right? Am I correct by stating that? I'm almost.
Actually, I think it's in that picture on Twitter. Hold on. Let me
Oh
pull it
yeah,
back
here we
up.
go. I got it. I got it pulled up. Don't worry. Feld. Oh no, this is a different person. This is a N. Newman.
That's what it is.
Okay,
yeah.
well we
Newman.
So yeah, we sent a message to this other Sam Gomez guy. We emailed him, and he did email us back, and the option he gave us was, well, take down your entire video, edit that out, and put it back up, and then we'll remove the claim. And we're like, no,
you did something wrong.
You
We
did
didn't do
something wrong. We didn't do anything wrong, and it's
Exactly.
that's what fair use is. Look, man, there's a slippery slope where you could argue like, okay, well, they monetized it. Who gives a shit? I'll lose money. Fine, you monetized it. Big deal. But or even block it worldwide. Some companies, I'm sure, if you put up certain videos, they'll just block the video in Australia.
Countries are blocked out.
Yeah.
And only certain people can watch it. Yeah, I've had that happen with a few.
Right, which is whatever. But to copyright strike somebody, and YouTube is correct on this, that is starting a legal process. And they are very they are litigious. By the way, Mike brought up that they tried to sue Kid Rock because he did doing a concert called The Greatest Show on Earth. And I guess they must own the rights to the Ringling Brothers thing.
I guess they owned Ringling Brothers.
They own Ringling Brothers, yeah.
Yeah.
So they start suing. Now, I think the funniest part about this is that when we try to call them today, because people have now, our listeners have been calling them, they just don't answer the phone. Like you could call their corporate number. They don't answer the phone.
Oh,
they don't
neat.
care.
They have a Facebook page, though.
They do have a Facebook page, but they haven't posted on it since like 2 months ago.
Yeah, but I mean, it's there.
It's there. You're right. So yeah, man. Look, I do appreciate you calling in, and let's stay in contact at least on Twitter.
Yeah, I'd like to coordinate
sure.
with you if we could further on this, because I do think that you do have recourse here, and look, I know you're afraid of whatever legalities and the expenses of that, but we'll talk off the air.
Yeah, we'll talk off air, man.
I was gonna say that's a little bit off air talk. We can go now.
We'll talk off air. But is there anything you want to plug your channel? I mean, you might as well. I mean, we have a few people listening. If you want to have people,
I do appreciate it. If anybody out there likes racing games
Sure.
or anything like that, I've just noticed MotoGoGo on Twitch actually just celebrated 3,700 followers. So
Nice, man.
Congratulations.
That's
on
not
there,
easy on Twitch
completely,
either.
Give it up on YouTube for the most part, and just putting all my efforts there. So
we're live on Twitch now on our backup channel. Our main channel has had 9,100 subscribers. 9,100 subscribers.
I was working hard.
And now, of course, now we're live. Now we're using Restreamer. We're live on
Yeah.
Periscope
By the
and
way,
Twitch.
literally.
Oh, and I was gonna say, actually, I was doing Restream when I did the video. So the good side is, even though they took that one down and I lost all the proof of it, my Twitch video and my Mixer, I saved and backed up. So I still have the video that was taken down from them in the
I have
full
ours
raw
too.
version. So
Yeah, I want to get all these. By the way, I might want to get a copy of that from you too, because BitChute's really hard to sue. I'd love to really see them try to just waste their money going after BitChute. But yeah, no, I just wanted to say too that one of the things that sucked is literally the day before the last show we did before they hit us, we had fucking Keemstar in this chat room,
Yeah.
checking out our show
For real.
and then they're like, "Nah, you take 3 months off." You fucks.
Yeah, Keemstar was checking out the show and hanging out and making jokes. I'm like, oh, this is cool. We're gonna,
Pieces of shit.
and then
I'm so
immediately
mad.
they hit us with this. Now, we'll talk more. Maybe we'll have you on again. But let's talk off here. Let's coordinate something and let's all counter these guys.
These fuckers are going down.
Yeah.
Period. I'd like your help, sir, and it will go swimmingly with your help. But with or without your help, I don't even care. Fucking everybody could be dead to me tomorrow over this. Royce knows how I get sometimes. Yeah. This is it now, Feld Entertainment. This is my spring. This is what it's going to consist of.
I appreciate it. You guys are going hard. And I'm not saying it a bad way. First time hearing about you guys, and more I read about your channel and stuff, this is awesome. Keep doing what you guys are doing. I love this.
Thanks. We're autistic. We appreciate it.
And by the way, again, twitch.tv/MotoGogo. All right, everyone, give him a sub. All right, get him up there. Thank you so much for being on, man. I really do appreciate it.
Hey, happy to be here. Thank you again, and I'll wait to talk to you guys later.
Absolutely. Take it easy, man.
Definitely will do it. Yeah, so we're gonna round up. We're putting together a posse, Feld Entertainment. Yeah. By the way, it only takes 3 of those to get overturned. You ain't gonna have a channel no more.
That's correct. If these 3, if you get,
when they reverse a strike, advice, S. Gomez. When they reverse a strike, you get the strike. It doesn't go away. Somebody's getting the strike.
That's correct.
So if 3 or more of us get you back with a counterclaim, you will now no longer have a channel. It'll only take 3. So congratulations, Feld Entertainment, billions of dollars, greatest show on earth. We got the circus. Welcome to weaponized autism. Welcome to the internet. We don't go to by the way, retarded kids and autistic kids, they don't go to the fucking circus anymore. They go to Pole and they find things to destroy. You're right. So, welcome to the internet. This is the greatest show on earth. Trademark symbol, Feld Entertainment.
It's unbelievable to me. Over a video game.
They're gonna get it.
Over
bad.
a video game. So, by the way, guys, I'm gonna post this one more. I'm gonna post this one more time. These links here. Green Eggs and Sam, which is the guy, then at twitter.com/Feld Entertainment. I am posting the contact info here. Maybe after the show, you want to give them a little ring-a-ding-ding. Hey, their voicemail's open. That's 954-721-1200. Ask them why they're stealing money from gamers on YouTube for doing nothing wrong. Ask them why they're doing that. We would love to know here at Revenge of the Sis, where we're in a 90-day ban. It'd be amazing to know. Or they could drop it, all of them, and apologize to everyone. I don't care if you run the fucking circus, guy. I don't give a shit what the fuck you do. I don't care if you have Disney on Ice. All right? The internet is not... Ask Owen Benjamin. The internet's not going to forgive or forget. Yeah, sure, the internet's might not get behind assholes like us all the time, but when you're fucking up these channels this kid that filmed something on his phone because he's a fan, you know what that is? You know what kind of piece of shit you are to do that? Do you understand what kind of fucking piece of shit you have to be?
I didn't know there were so many fucking claims, dude. This is bad.
Oh, yeah.
This is so bad for you. Oh, this is so bad. What are you going to do? You're going to sue 7 people at the same time? This is going to be a fucking disaster for you because you couldn't let people play a 2-second clip. Because you wouldn't let people stream video games. You greedy cunts.
And by the way, somebody said call them on air. We're not going to call them on air because, like I said,
100 times.
Like I said,
you want to hear voicemail fucking 50 times.
They're not picking up their phone.
Yeah.
They have it on mute. They're not picking up their phone on purpose because you know what they thought, Mike. They thought. By the way, someone asked for our Streamlabs. Here's our Streamlabs. I'm gonna read some super chats before we go to super chats. We don't have those right now. I'm gonna read some of our Streamlabs before we go to break. They thought that this was going to just fly over. They thought, we'll just ignore them for a little bit. We'll ignore them and we'll be fine. No problem. Well, guess what? We're not doing. I don't think there's one thing you understand about us. We will run something into the fucking ground before letting you deplatform people. And forget us for a second. Somebody made a video game and liked your product enough to make a track for it. Instead of being, wow, man,
tribute and homage.
I'm like, wow. Instead of going like, wow, man, these fans are great. And you should have shared his video and been like, hey, man, check out what this guy did. Instead, you get greedy because for some reason this guy's video game is going to cost you money. Nah. Feld Entertainment is a prime example of what is wrong with the YouTube copyright system. And we will be filing a counterclaim today. We will be filing it, and so are a bunch of other people. We're going to make sure you don't forget this. And I'll talk about this every fucking show if I have to
and
make sure.
I have a feeling other people are as well. So I just want to say, of course, shout out to Davey Crocco.
Shout out, Davey.
Shout out to Wild Smile.
Hi, Wild.
Shout out to possibly Memeology if you keep this shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Worski. Yes, might get weird.